Hi, everybody. A Tuesday early evening update. The storm that I'm watching, or the front coming in tomorrow morning, um, no longer really appears that it has a significant wind threat. And even the rain amounts are somewhat tame compared to what I had been looking at. But certainly tomorrow morning is going to be rainy, and certainly tomorrow morning is going to have a noticeable breeze. So, really, all the forecast information for us locally is pretty good news. Here's the front mid-morning starting to push inland here on the left. That's the American GFS surface map. There's Portland right there. You can see the isobars, lines of equal pressure, not really overly packed together. The low itself, according to this model, mainly setting up to our north. And the other thing I want to touch on real quick is that we here in the Northwest, which basically have no chill in the air at all right now, in my opinion, are going to completely miss this latest stretch of Arctic air that is hitting hard so much of the country. So on the right here, and I'll show you a closer map of this, but these are current temperatures, single digits all the way down to Missouri and all the way into Oklahoma at this hour. Anyway, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area. My video is brought to you by the Momentous Wealth Podcast, longtime sponsor. Happy to have them. Hope you take advantage of educating yourself with some of their investment topics that they make available on their podcast. You can listen on Apple Podcasts. You can also listen on Spotify. Okay, let's get you going. Here's a closer look at the current temperature map. I mean, it's right about freezing down in Dallas, Texas right now. And the freezing line is going to dip well into the south overnight tonight. But here, the purple is the edge of the cold weather, and it's basically not spilling over the Rocky Mountains. So these are current temperatures. If you fast forward to what the high temperature map looks like this coming Thursday, same thing. The cold air stays basically east of the Rockies with temperatures in the teens all the way down through Missouri and in the 20s into Oklahoma, and highs only around freezing all the way into Dallas, Texas. So again, this is another really cold shot of air that this time we miss out on. I really don't see any influence coming our way at all. So that is good news. But you always have to keep a close eye on these large air masses, in terms of, are we going to get an east wind? Are we going to get some cold or dry air advection? It does not look like it. Okay, water vapor imagery is we'll start to put together overnight into tomorrow morning's forecast for you. Here's the flow moisture right here. This shield of light rain that has toyed with us this afternoon, for the most part, has held off or just produced some traceable amounts of rain. We're going to see an increasing chance of rain this evening, and then get into some heavier rain with the front that will be coming in tomorrow morning. It looks like there's another ball of moisture back here on the heels, but we're actually going to see some ridging go in between behind tomorrow's front, hold moisture off on Thursday, and really we're not looking at a significant rain chance once we get past tomorrow until we get into the back half of Saturday. And temperatures are going to continue to be pretty mild. Here's the uh, blended model from the National Weather Service. This is their future radar product. And it shows trying to push some light rain inland. Just haven't seen much. This is 4 o'clock this afternoon. We keep the rain threat alive as it moves to the north this evening. Any rain amounts are going to be really light. And then we get into tomorrow morning. So here we are at 7 a.m. Here's the heavier rain offshore, but rain certainly pushing inland um, into the Willamette Valley. And just notice here we are at 10, pretty much steady rain up and down western Washington, also likely rain across much of Washington. Here we are 1 o'clock in the afternoon, still pretty wet. Remember, there's a front and then there's a trailing low. So this is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's a secondary moisture band right here coming in, drying out in southern Oregon tomorrow afternoon. But overall, it's pretty wet through the daytime hours, which I think that's going to be correct here in the northern part of Oregon and up into western Washington as well. This moisture will get out of here overnight. And this only goes to, this is about midnight, Wednesday overnight, midnight going into Thursday a.m. Some lingering light rain up in Washington, Oregon starting to dry out, and we should wake up Thursday to completely dry weather. So how much we talking about? So, I mean, this is still a good soak. This is just rain, showing rain tonight and tomorrow. And it still shows along the coast. I mean, there's 92 100s in Tillamook, closer to a half of an inch of rain down in Florence, about an inch of rain down in the North Bend, Coos Bay area. Anywhere from about a half of an inch of rain in Salem down through Kelso, Longview, Portland, a half of an inch of rain, maybe less. And then you get far lesser amounts by the time you get down south of Eugene to about 18,100. So these rain totals, a good quarter of an inch less than what the models are putting out 24 hours ago. Still showing there's some widespread wetting, if you will, across eastern Oregon and Washington. The snow level, by the way, tomorrow morning initially is 5,000 feet or maybe a little bit higher. It could actually be a wet mix of 5,000 feet, but rain over Government Camp and the Cascade passes. Later in the day, the snow level falls to 4,000 feet, but that's after the heavier precip amounts have already passed. But there will be some snow down to pass level the latter part of tomorrow into tomorrow night before the snow shuts off. Okay, I had concerns about wind, certainly on some of the models, but now all the models say, no, not really. The low's not going to be as packed as it once looked like it was. We saw those isobars a moment ago that they had some decent spacing. So in green, this is tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. This is 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts along the extreme southern Oregon coast, but basically that type of wind mostly holding just out to sea along the rest of the coast. And right in here, you've got some 30 plus mile per hour east winds coming out of the gorge tomorrow morning. Could be 40 mile per hour winds. But up and down I-5 from Seattle down through Salem, you're talking 5 to 15 mile per hour stuff, not much. Now, eventually, a south wind kicks more to the west during the day. So here's later in the morning. And this is a noticeable wind, right? Seattle, Kelso, Longview, Portland, down to Eugene. This would be 10, 20, 25 mile per hour west gusts from the southwest, 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts along the coast. Not concerning, but noticeable. And eventually the winds in the gorge will kick to the west tomorrow as well. Here's 4 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. These are all southwest to west winds. 20 or so at the coast, 10 to 20 in the afternoon up and down I-5, including Seattle. Some west breezes that could pick up to about 30 miles per hour in the west gorge, and then a little bit calmer by the time you get to Hood River. So, that's a rainy, breezy day, but not anything overly concerning, right? And we have completely dry weather taking hold Thursday and much of the day Friday. So, with that said, here are the temperatures at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Not as warm as I thought we would be. The clouds really kept us down today. Tomorrow, 52, rain down in Medford, partly sunny. Thursday, warming up to 57. Friday, there's a slight rain chance Saturday. The next push of widespread rain is on Sunday. Even down in Southern Oregon, that shows up. Temperatures, not an issue. Pretty gosh darn nice, right? Here's Bend. Rain likely to arrive during the day Wednesdays. Temperatures warm up to about 47. Thursday is dry. Friday's dry. Slight rain chance Saturday. And again, a wet system on Sunday, which I'll start looking more carefully at in the next video I do. But that shows even rain in Central Oregon and 58 degrees on Sunday and lingering into Monday. What about out in Pendleton? 36 right now. This is interesting. Rain, freezing rain, then rain. Looks like a transition period of temperatures near freezing in the morning out in the Columbia Basin. There's actually an advisory for snow and freezing rain for limited amounts east slope of the Cascades out through the Columbia Basin tonight into tomorrow morning. Eventually, folks in Pendleton warm up to 45, and then you're really pretty quiet until rain kicks in on Sunday. But look at the warming even out east. Sunday's forecast with rain coming, a south wind 45 to 60 degrees. Pretty gosh darn nice, right? Here's Salem. Rain and windy or breezy tomorrow, 54. Thursday, Friday, dry. Saturday, some rain developing later in the day into the night. The real wet day is Sunday. But look at the warming temperatures, getting up to about 60 degrees. Wow. Up in Seattle, not going to be as warm. Rainy Wednesday, 51. Chance of some showers Thursday, and then a chance of some rain Friday afternoon. And then rain will arrive up into our north of Portland on Saturday into Seattle and Sunday. So this is a wet 3-day period for you folks up north. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, temperatures will be in the 50s. Okay, North Bend, rain and breezy Wednesday, dry Thursday, Friday, chance of rain Saturday. I mean, that's really pretty good, right? Again, pretty wet weather on Sunday into Monday across much of our region. And with that said, here's the Portland 7-day forecast. Hazel Del Tire Pro sponsored by. Thank you very much. So, there probably will be some breaks in the rain, but overall raining much of the day tomorrow during the daytime hours. A noticeable breeze that we talked about, not concerning, 44 to 53. Again, snow level in the morning about 5,000 feet. Thursday, all dry. Could be some fog in the morning. Friday, a late afternoon or evening shower chance that may or may not hold true. And then Saturday's tough to tell. Right now, it looks like Portland and the southward were dry in the morning. Then there's an increasing chance of rain on Saturday. Saturday afternoon could turn out wet, or maybe it's still possible the rain holds off until late day or evening, but certainly raining Saturday overnight. And Sunday models still like potentially an inch of rain on Sunday alone. That's a wet system. I don't have some breezy west to south winds, but nothing alarming. The bigger story would be the rain. And then showers lingering on Monday. The front that causes the rain on Sunday. Sunday, the front is approaching. We get the south southwest wind, the moisture sheet ahead of it on Sunday. Then the front finally weakens and comes in on Monday, keeps the rain going, but the rain amounts will back off. And then by Tuesday, we're all dry. And I got 60 on Tuesday. We'll see. All right. That is your update. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps me out. You'll be notified when I post. For now, meteorologist Rod Hill, and I will talk to you soon.